Hi everyone, welcome to Capital City News, your source for staying informed and engaged with Salt Lake City government. I'm here at the Love Your Block volunteer event where city leaders and community members can work together to revitalize our neighborhoods one block at a time. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about some 200 South construction, SLUG Magazine, and an interview with our SLC Snowfighters. But first, our look backs, our look aheads, and our legislative update.
On April 18th, the Salt Lake City Council hosted its second Westside Council meeting at the Utah State Fair Park. Dinner from international market caterer Prime Corn and entertainment by a Polynesian music and dance group was provided as a thank you to all meeting attendees. The 7 p.m. formal meeting was a full house, with residents sharing feedback, input, and ideas directly with council members during the public comment segment of the meeting. To learn more about what issues were considered, please visit slc.gov/council. Last week, our SLC team and Home Depot volunteers worked with the Glendale Community Learning Center to fix up their community garden. We appreciate all that people and local partners like Home Depot have done to bring this vision to life for the Glendale community. Crime is down in Salt Lake City. Year to date, crime is down 15% citywide. From property crimes to violent crimes, we continue to see a noticeable reduction in crimes across most categories. Mayor Mendenhall is grateful for SLCPD officers who are working to prevent crime where possible and get dangerous criminals off the streets. Learn more at slcpd.com. Mayor Mendenhall, City Council members, and others met up at Cottonwood Park for Salt Lake City's Keep Your Cool Arbor Day Tree Festival. Urban forestry arborists led tree climbing, pruning, and watering demonstrations, and there were opportunities to participate in planting new park trees.
For this week's construction update, we're taking a look at work here happening on 200 South. And if you're expecting a joke at my personal expense, that's later.
Construction on 200 South is in full swing. Construction has started at 200 East, repairing ADA ramps and replacing flatwork. Potholing and boring is taking place between Main Street and West Temple, alternating between the north and south sides of the road, and businesses have been notified about all lane closures and impacts. Asphalt removal has also started. Learn more at the project website. We want to give a shout out to our SLC Streets crews for winning an award from the Utah Asphalt Pavement Association for their Main Street project.
For this and other updates about SLC construction, feel free to stay tuned or check slc.gov/construction. Do you guys even remember snow? I barely do. But my memory issues are a separate conversation. Up next, we talk to Shelby Poulsen and all the work our SLC Snowfighters did in this past winter.
It's been crazy this year. We've had over double the storms that we had last year. I believe the National Weather Service reported that we received 87 inches this year compared to, I believe it was 36 last year. So it's been crazy and we've been busy. The Streets Snowfighters responded to 36 storms last year and over 70 storms for this year. So over here at Streets, we have 49 plow trucks, we have 90 plow operators, we run a 24-hour rotational shift, and we plow over 1,850 lane miles. So during our call out, the Snowfighters will hit their main roads. So these are main roads coming to and from the freeways, going to the hospitals. So we need to make sure those routes are cleared. That way the ambulances and firefighters can get there. And then we have our bus routes and our school routes that are our secondaries. And then after that, we'll go to our residentials and hit those last. And then I believe after a snowstorm has stopped, we have 36 hours to completely clear the roads. During the storm, especially our larger storms, the Snowfighters had come in earlier than what their scheduled time was. Just that way they can be proactive, get ahead of the storm, and keep the roads cleared, especially for our morning commutes and our evening commutes. And it kept the roads safer and everyone safer in general. So when you see your Snowfighters driving by, make sure that you guys are waving and showing your appreciation, because they really are working hard to keep your road safe and you safe, and that appreciation goes a long way.
Now on to this week's History Minute. Drosera reticulatum. No, it's not a Harry Potter spell. It's the gray garden slug. Famous for what? Oh, it is? Oh, okay. SLUG Singular Magazine. Let's take a look at the history of this local magazine.
SLUG Magazine, which stands for Salt Lake Underground, was founded in 1989 by J.R. Ruppel, a reporter at the Private Eye, an early iteration of Salt Lake City Weekly. He created this magazine as a way to pay off bar tabs to local clubs and shine a spotlight on the music the rest of the media in the area was simply not paying attention to. With the help of John Saltis, this 4-page zine would launch into a countercultural institution in Salt Lake City. In 1994, Ruppel sold the magazine to Gianni Ellefson, who expanded the magazine's reach nationally. And in the year 2000, he sold it to his assistant editor, Angela Brown. Over the years, SLUG became an institution of local and national music, paying attention to the kids playing in Salt Lake bars while scoring interviews with the likes of Tom Waits and Jella Biafra, among many others. Today, SLUG Magazine is distributed all over Salt Lake Valley and across surrounding states in the cities that resemble Salt Lake 30 or 40 years ago, in the hopes that they can hook kids on the counterculture just like it hooked Angela Brown and many of the other writers that passed through its doors. Salt Lake City simply wouldn't be the same without it.
That's it for another episode of Capital City News. Remember, the best way to stay engaged is to stay informed. You can do that by following us on social media at SLC Gov, tuning into Channel 17, or subscribing to us on YouTube. Reporting in from our Love Your Block volunteer event here at Glendale Community Learning Center, I'm Yusuf Mong.